What up, Capricorn Risings? This is Astro Dim here, doing your August 2018 reading. Okay? Capricorn Risings, first I'd like to say I apologize for being late and for all the other signs in which I did your readings in August. You know, I'm sorry. This shift that we're going through with these three eclipses, Lions Gates tomorrow, has really put some work on me. The last eclipse, the one on the 27th, was exactly on my ascendant. So I can't wait to do the Aquarius risings, right? Um, and yeah, it even the Cancer one, like that was on my dark moon Lilith. The last one was exactly on my rising sign. Like I'm 4 degrees Aquarius, and it was in 4 degrees Aquarius. And then this next one's going to be conjunct my moon. So I'm going through a lot of shifts, a lot of changes, and I've been exhausted. I rather give you accurate reading that has a lot of thought to it, that I can pull from the most and give you some bullshit ass reading just because I wanted to do it on time, you know? So, again, I apologize, but wouldn't you rather get an accurate reading? You know what I mean? With that being said, though, of course, with all astrologers or tarot readers say, this may not apply to all energies of Aquarius, Capricorn risings. It depends on you just see the whole picture. So if you're interested in a personal reading, go to my Etsy link down in the description box, and you can get a personal reading from me, and we can see how that goes. Okay. All right. So let me just cut these cards for Capricorn risings, and then we can go from there. Okay. Okay. All right. Sorry. I just need to get a little bit closer because the angles are so weird right now. All right. So let me just see if I should pull the overall card on top or the bottom. I feel top. Ace of Swords for your overall card reading. So that's interesting. Ooh, Three of Cups. Yay, Cappies. I see you making moves. Woo! Nine of Pentacles for the second house. Fool for the third. Justice for the fourth. Lovers for the fifth. Hey! um, Page of Wands for the sixth. Two of Swords for the seventh. Queen of Swords for the eighth. I'm liking these cards. Wow. Eight of Cups for the ninth. So this is interesting, and I'll say why later. Judgment for the 10th. 10 of Cups for the 11th. Oh, guys. Seven of Wands for the 12th. And some other sign got Seven of Wands for the 12th, I believe. So you don't have to watch the videos in full. Just fast forward to the end of the video and you'll see. Um, okay. So, just to see if you're interested to see what sign got similar cards to you. But yo, peep this. This is actually pretty accurate for some cards are not all. Some cards are pretty accurate for what I'm going through personally, and I'm a Capricorn sun. So, I suggest people to, even though this is specifically for your rising sign, to look at your sun and moon too. It may, give you some light, give you some ideas, and you can go from there. Okay. All right. So, Capricorn Sun, you have the Ace of Swords for the first house, right? I mean, for the first house, excuse me, for your overall reading. So, with the Ace of Swords, this is new beginnings when it comes to thoughts, communication, thought process, ideas, and things like that. And so, with that whole shift, especially with the eclipse in July, I feel like it ticks something off for you. Not the one on the 27th, but the one on the 12th or the 14th or something like that. The one in the earlier, the Cancer eclipse. that took something off, and then what happened is like you were working on shit in July, but in August it's gonna kind of all come together. I feel at least the and then you have Saturn and Pluto, you know, on your first. Like you're going through big transformations, you're going through big things, and I think what's happening now is you're kind of having the big idea of what I need to change, or it's all things are just coming together for you, okay? Which is dope. I'm very excited for you guys. You know, Cap's my son, so I have all love for Cap energy, regardless of it's rising or not. Okay. Um, so yeah, that's some dope shit right there. Um, yeah, you definitely move. Yeah, that's what it is. You're going into something new, for sure. Okay. So let's get this started. First house. This is kind of like the second overall reading for the card, but it's first house represents personality, persona, um, you know, appearance and shit like that. You have the Three of Cups there. So you're going to actually look like a party person. I think someone else had the Three of Cups too, which is interesting. So you should see who your party partner is going to be. So you could really take advantage of this August energy and really be happy with somebody, right? And then see if it actually goes together with your life to see if that person is either whatever that sign, sun, moon, or rising, okay? But basically, you're going to appear happy, appear like you're celebrating for something, appear like joyful, like deep, deep, strong joy. And I'm really excited for you guys. You deserve it. Capricorn's been going through it. We have Pluto and Saturn to deal with. All right. So, with that being said, though, with Saturn and Pluto in your first house, which is the house of restrictions, you probably, you know, really have an idea of what you need to take authority on in your life when it comes to your appearance and your personality. You're probably thinking of like a new like exercise plan, a new way of living in general to fix your appearance, a new way to see things, to go through things, to understand things, so your personality, your persona can be strengthened, and you're super excited about it. You're seeing that it works. The things that you've been manifesting are actually working out. And so you're celebrating it, and that's dope. And that transformation in itself, right? That transformation within itself, you're so excited about it. So, and you're very empowered about it. So now you feel like you need to celebrate because the results are coming through. And I'm very, very excited for you guys, okay? Even if your appearance is connected, I mean, your career is connected to your appearance, with Saturn being in your first, you're celebrating it. Like something, you know, something that you realize what authority you need to take, the restrictions you need to handle, the responsibilities you need to do, the way you need to be empowered. You're finally getting it when it comes to your parents' personality, and now you're seeing that what you've been wanting to change is actually working. So it's so dope. Very, very excited for you guys, okay? Second house, Nine of Pentacles, dope as fuck, okay? Not only do you have a new possibility not possibility, not even you have like some the results coming through when it comes to your self-worth, which is connected to this first house. You see results coming through, and your career, or not career necessarily, but how you're making money. Not only are things like budding, but not budding. Not only you're seeing results, but things are actually budding. Sorry, guys, I'm talking weird because it's Mercury retrograde, and Mercury aspects affect me greatly. Okay, so sorry. But you've seen the card, right? That you see the coins, but then these budding coins coming through right here. So when I see the Nine of Pentacles, not only are you seeing results, but more results are actually coming in. So to have a Pentacle card in your second house too is a bomb. It's blazing as fuck. That means money. Like you actually are literally seeing money, which is dope. So hurrah, hurrah to Cap Risings, okay? But another thing that I'm definitely seeing is that, again, you're seeing results for the big changes that you're making, right? But even more is coming in. And I think you're going to see the most at the end of August, because this your second house is represented by Aquarius. And right now Mars is in Aquarius, and Mars is making you reflect on things when it comes to your drive, reflect on things when it comes to your passions. And the thing is, it's like Mars is connected to Aries. Aries is connected to the first house. So it's connected to your persona, your appearance too. So it all comes together, right? And so you are being reflective on it. You're doing slight changes, not big changes, because you can't really move forward when things are retrograding. Not that well. But the thing is, though, you're seeing the result of it early. And once Mars is not retrograding anymore, even when it stops stationing, it's going to be even greater. You're going to see it's going to be more 10 of Pentacles energy. But the thing is, it's going to stop retrograding at the end of August, I believe August 27th. So that's why you're seeing the 9 of Pentacles instead of the 10. But I think if I wouldn't be surprised if we look forward for September, and y'all have the 10 of Pentacles there. Or if I were to do a weekly reading, or if you look at a weekly reading, your money situation, or how do you make money in particularly, it'll be 10 of Pentacles type of energy. So hurrah, hurrah to y'all. That's dope. Third house, the Fool. And that is Pisces too. So that's interesting. Uh, Third house represents community, thought processes, communication in general, right? And siblings too. So with this card, if you are of a younger energy, hey, shit, you might be having a new beginning with a sibling, as in a new sibling is literally being born. Or what could be happening too is that a sibling of yours is having a new beginning themselves, so they might be any type of new beginning. But another thing too is that, like, because this is a major arcana, it's connected to you, so I feel like this is more you having a new beginning with a sibling. You kind of move into a step of even being more closer. Maybe y'all had an argument, y'all are getting cool again. Maybe you're finding out that you had a sibling. That could happen. But with this new beginning, it's connected. We're making it a little bit more personal, it's connected to this Ace of Swords, right? Because this is a new beginning as well. And so this is showing that when it comes to how you communicate, how you talk, the way you think, you are not only having this new beginning, but you're pushing forward with it. But be careful, okay? I think that, yes, you should kind of push forward and go on this new path. Tread lightly, though, and know that this is just the beginning. Don't get discouraged. The reason why I say that is because Neptune is retrograding your third house right now. And, you don't want to be disillusioned, because Neptune, especially when retrograde, if you don't have Neptune retrograde in your chart, can really cause things to be hazy. My intuition for myself has been off. My intuition for people, strange enough, has been great. I've been doing these like Chiron readings for a donation, and it's been working very well. Like, I've been on the money, like, deeply, which is wild because Neptune's not retrograde in my chart. But when it comes to myself, I am freaking the fuck out. I'm not trusting myself like I should. And so I just want to make sure that doesn't happen to you guys, okay? So, don't be disillusioned. Don't be discouraged for the disillusion that you may have happened because Neptune's retrograde. Definitely keep pushing, but just move slowly, tread lightly. Don't make any big major changes yet. But I'd rather you think of this as new path recognition. Not making actual changes yet, but new path recognition, okay? Fourth house. This is like a reading's gonna be long, and I feel like I have something to say to y'all. Okay, so fourth house is the Justice card, right? So, of course, the Justice card is it's the Libra card, and definitely connected to like legal situations. So you may be going through a legal situation within your family, and I wish you the best of luck of that. You know what I mean? It may be amongst family, it may be a private matter. That you really don't want to like have exposed like that, because it's in the fourth house, maybe connected to like your house, literally your family, your mother in particular. But it could, if it's not something legal, it could definitely be you kind of weighing out what's good and what's bad, what's the best for me, what do I need to let go, because again, this is all connected to this new beginning here. And when it comes to your house and your home and your family, right? What ideas do I need to let go? What different routines I need to let go? Should I move out of this house? Should I move out of this apartment? Should we go to a different one? Should we move to a different community? Like, you're really weighing things out, figuring out what's the best for you. A Libra might be really you know, a part of this decision, or you might have Libra energy too. But or maybe too that you know you kind of come to this final decision or actually make moves in Libra season. You know, it's not that far away, y'all. It's really not. Literally late next month is going to be Libra season. So, um, whatever this changes, though, whatever you're trying to weigh out, I wish you the best. I hope this works out for you. I won't be able to tell you exactly how it's going to turn out or what it's like deeply about until I do the extended reading, which you'll be able to see if you follow me on Patreon. Okay. Um, Fifth house, lover's card. Capricorn rises. Yes, the fifth house is literally the dating house, okay? So you are definitely meeting somebody. This person may not be the forever babe because this is the fifth house. This is more dating than like that true love type of shit. But I think this person is a soulmate because this is lover's card is a major arcana. Okay, so yay, have fun, enjoy the summer, the last of the summer. Okay, the summer is about to end soon, y'all. Next month, September 21st is the fall equinox. Take advantage of the summer, have the summer love, have fun, enjoy yourselves, y'all. But if it's not dating, if you're already taken, it could be the person that you dating. You got guys are going to a deeper level. Maybe starting to say I love you. Maybe starting to commit more. Maybe deciding to commit instead of just dating around. So that's really exciting too. If it's nothing with love in particular, you know, the fifth house represents self-expression, creativity, and you just your fun house in general. So you maybe find a partner in crime to have fun with, the yin to your yang or the yang to your yin, because you know this is yin energy and yang energy, man and female, feminine and the masculine, right? It could be too that you're more in a lover's way of thinking. You're thinking about love when you're creating things. You're creating it in thought with love in your mind. You know, with loving thoughts. So that could definitely be it too. The fifth house does represent children too, so you might be trying to find your baby mother or your baby father. Okay. Sixth house is Page of Wands. The sixth house represents routine, things, anything that you do in a frequency, even if you do it once a day, a daily, once a week, once a month, or once a year. Okay. And you have the Page of Wands here. Now, when I think of the Page of Wands, I think of someone who is going on an adventure, kind of going with their passions, going with their desires, and just kind of going with the flow, right? So you might be, you know, more on a chill way of thinking when it comes to your routines. You may be even thinking about certain things with your like work environment and kind of like you might have some downtime, but I think during this downtime, what you're doing is following certain passions, seeing if certain passions will stick, maybe trying to monetize off of it, seeing what you can do to like kind of follow your passions more, having more of a childlike state when it comes to you or your everyday life, you know what I mean? And enjoying yourself and really following things that really is close to your heart, but making things that's close to your heart more of a routine and making it part of your everyday life so you can enjoy your everyday life. Don't be so focused on, you know, just the mundane. You want to add some flavor to your life. So I think that's what you're really focusing on, okay, guys? Seventh house is a Two of Swords. This is really interesting, right? So this card, I want to let me show you this card real quick, all right? This is the card. Now, the original Two of Swords, is a girl on a rider's weight, is a woman blindfolded with two swords crossed in her hand, right? So it seems like she's trying to make a decision. It seems like he's trying to make a decision too, but he has this wolf there, right? Now, it's funny because I feel like the Two of Swords is more like you're making a decision, but you're blindfolded. You might go the wrong way. You're kind of trusting logic, but maybe you need to be putting in some intuition in with the logic. That's how I see the rider weight. But this wolf, man, this wolf is something. Like, I feel like the wolf can protect you, but the wolf can also be a trickster and literally gobble you up. So I feel like it's very important to definitely make the decision when it comes to your romantic life. For the seventh house represents relationships. It may be relationships with your business partners too, or a best friend, but you have to make a decision here. And the very important thing to do is don't base everything on logic with your decision making, but definitely logic is in play. You need to find a perfect balance between logic and intuition, okay? Because sometimes things logical make sense, but in your deepest heart, in your deep in your gut, in your deepest soul, you know something don't feel right, you know? And a lot of times people are too logical because, feelings wane and wax, and some people are too sensitive, so they're picking up other people's energy thinking it's theirs. Like, yes, I get that, but you're a Capricorn rising, right? That doesn't happen to you that often. Maybe if you were a water sign, particularly like, I know that happens a lot with Pisces energies. Maybe you have a lot of Pisces energy, Pisces sun and moon, you may feel that. And so I understand that you may want to be a little bit more logical, but still try to see. The best thing to do if you're a water sign and you're going through this is be by yourself, right? So, because the thing is, especially water signs and especially Pisces water signs, right? They pick up people's energy, and then with Pisces, since they're water, they're mutable water, they actually pick up people's energy and kind of get confused and think that that it's their own, excuse me. And so the best thing to do in this situation for any water sign and for anybody in general, because you could be water dominant, right, and all that, the best thing to do is go in a room by yourself for like a day or two. Don't really, if you can, don't try to mix up with any other person's energy. Sage the fuck out of your room. And it don't have to be a day, it could be half a day. And then just like sage the hell out of your room, bless it, Florida water it out so the good energies can come in, right? And then just really think on the situation when it comes to that relationship, okay? Ask God, connect with higher self, ask your guides, see whoever you connect with on a spiritual level, and then just make that decision there. But regardless, the decision do need to be made. Logic needs to be put in place. But the thing is too is that it's really important for you to be intuitive as well in this situation, because sometimes when you can be as logical as you want, like sometimes it's just not the right answer. People are slick. Speaking of people are slick, you got the Queen of Swords for the 8th house. Now, Queen of Swords is not really that slick like that. It's more the King of Swords, like really, really slick. It's really, really slick. But with the Queen of Swords in the 8th house, right? 8th house represents intimacy, transformation, death, energy. Not literal like physical death, but when I'm reading, I'm talking about like a transformative, like energetic type of shit. But it represents like intimacy too, emotional bonding. And it's showing that you are using your logic, because the Queen of Swords is kind of a stern, strict talker. Might sound a little too harsh, but she's speaking the truth. She has a hawk on her hand and a sword on the other hand. Like, she's speaking the truth. She's very smart, very intelligent, will let you know her emotional intelligence may not be the great, but she's telling you the truth regardless, right? And so with this mix here, you're emotionally bonding with someone and you're kind of being a little bit too truthful, or the person that you have an emotional bond with is acting like that towards you. Someone has to be the sensitive one, the one that's looking out for the whole situation energetically. And so, I think that's why I'm picking up that intuition is going to be very, very important in this situation, okay? This may represent a lawyer, since your family's going through some, the justice card, your family might be going through some legal shit. This might represent a lawyer that's trying to get your inheritance or a shared money situation together. So that'd be dope if that's the case. Just know that, yeah, she might, or he might seem tough and kind of fucked up and not really sensitive, but they're speaking the truth, or what they consider what the truth is, and they're being honest people, as honest as they could be. So just keep that in mind, all right? 9th house is the 8 of Cups, right? 8 of Cups is literally you emotionally detaching yourself. You're walking away from a situation. The 9th house represents philosophies, beliefs, religious beliefs, travel, stuff like that, right? And so when it comes to travel, you might be leaving a country, leaving a state, moving away from something, emotionally disconnecting, with a place, and it's actually making you sad though. So sending my love to that. But you know that it's the best thing for you to do is to move away. What if it comes to like traveling and shit, right? If it comes to philosophical thoughts and beliefs, again, you're moving away from a philosophical thought or belief that you were emotionally detached with, or a religious belief that you were emotionally attached with, and it hurts, but you know that'll be the best for you. So I wish you the best with that, because I know that can be tough. I've been going through a lot of that because Jupiter has been in my ninth house, because I have a huge eighth house, and so a huge seventh house and a huge eighth too. So actually no, do I have a huge eighth? No, I have a small eighth. I have a huge seventh. Whatever the situation is, my ninth house is, Jupiter's there right now, even though like traditionally Aquarius risings have Jupiter in the 10th. So I understand that whole not connecting to certain beliefs that you were connected with before. So I wish you the best luck on that, okay? Judgment for the 10th house, right? The Judgment card is interesting. It's interesting that you have the Judgment card and the Justice card opposite of each other. That's very, very interesting. But before I continue talking, I kind of want to talk about the planetary things, because and then I'll get back to the Judgment card, okay? There's Aquarius, talk about that. Aquarius. I'm so sorry, y'all. Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, talk about that. Aries. Chiron's in Aries. So while you're going through this, like, trying to figure out which situation is best for you when it comes to your home, make sure that you're not including some like baggage that you may have that's connected to your appearance, your personality, your persona while making those decisions, okay? Uranus is in your 5th house right now. So that means that this lover situation that's happening is just going to pop up like that, and it's going to kind of bring your individual, unique, ingenious side of you, which is dope. Gemini, Cancer, Leo. Mercury is in retrograde. This is why this Queen of Swords energy, either you or another person, seems very stern and not emotionally intelligent. So be patient with them. This is also, the eclipse is in this house. And so a new change is happening. And it's going to work out, I feel like, between neutral to in your favor, okay? So you might not win everything that you want, but you're going to win somehow, okay? Virgo is in your 9th house. I don't think there's anything in Virgo at the moment. I think Mercury might move into Virgo in late August, maybe. So maybe the things, while you're going through your Mercury retrograde, you was able to reflect on your thought processes, right? And then you realize the things that you need to move away from. So what you call it? Libra is in your 10th house. And again, like I said, your 4th house has the Justice card, which is represented by Libra, and it's opposite of your 10th house. So I think that's interesting. So I think there is a connection there between your home life and your career life. But regardless, your 10th house represents career, recognition, status, and that stuff like that. And so with the Judgment card here, again, like every time I talk about this card, this is like the best interpretation that I feel I have about Judgment. You have the key to something. This is why I say you have the key to something. Right here. You see him with the key, the butterfly. But the thing is, butterflies are gentle, but they're soft, they're chill, right? Even caterpillars, like the whole essence of a butterfly and caterpillars and like that whole line, the streamline of their life, they're just chilled and cool and chill, like they're just cool ass energy. And so it's telling me that when it comes to your career, when it comes to your status and recognition, like you have the key for success. And Venus is in Libra right now. So you got the key to your desires. You got the key to your money. You have the key to even like what you need to do to get the relationship that you want, to get the desires that you want, and get the recognition that you want, right? And you're taking it in stride. You're not being like hardy. You're not being ridiculous. You know the beauty from within already. You know that you got the key and it's going to unlock things. So you're just flying away with it softly and like soft. And your energy is really soft and delicate and cool. You're just gonna unlock shit and it's just gonna all come into your favor. So that's dope. I feel like it's just like a lesser, not lesser, but like a kind of like the end of the Wheel of Fortune. You know what I mean? Not the end, but like the result of the Wheel of Fortune. And things are going to roll into your favor. Speaking of wheels, right? You got two freaking wheels in the next two houses. 10 of Cups for your 11th house, right? So you're being joyous about a situation. I feel like things are, again, going to in your favor because of the Judgment card, and society is seeing the recognition and the status that you finally have. And it's, I dropped the card, sorry. And you're celebrating again, like you have two celebration cards, my dude. This is a good month for you guys, okay? What you call it? Scorpio is in here right now. Jupiter is in Scorpio. Jupiter is direct. And so whatever Jupiter direct is giving us, wherever it's sign or wherever house it's in, it's going to turn things on to our favor. And so you're not only celebrating, you're celebrating hard. Society finally sees what you have to offer. They're finally perceiving your gifts beautifully. This may be connected to the partnership that you have in your fifth house because this represents talents. So you may have actually connected with someone who can turn on your talents and kind of monetize that talent that you have. So you're really, really celebrating. You're super duper excited. And it's a joyous moment. You're celebrating with your family too. So I see that things are just turning in your favor. This is just dope energy right here. And then lastly, we have the 8 of Wands for your 12th house, right? I feel like all this is saying really is that blessings for the things that you want, your desire, is coming through real fast. Nothing's in Sagittarius, so I can't talk about it planetary. But I feel like, the blessings from, God and the universe and your guides are just coming through at you fast. All you got to do is just have that new beginning, leave with the philosophical thoughts that you have, and just let things play out. And then also, of course, make that decision that you need to do. And just let things play out and watch your August be popping. Watch it be popping. Watch. All right, Capricorn risings. I'm about to do the extended reading over in my Patreon, and it should be up pretty soon. I'll definitely have it up by Wednesday, okay? So if you want to support, that's $10 a month. You don't only get the extended reading for Capricorn, but you get all 12 signs extended readings. Plus, you get my new moon, full moon, readings, that I give every month. And so, I did the new moon, full moon, right, for July. And so I'm about to do the new moon for August because we have the eclipse. So these past new and full moons have been very monumental. So I definitely suggest you go check out my Patreon and support the kid. You know what I'm saying? I got more tiers available. So if you just want the moon readings, that's $2 a month. If you want more, it's more a month. But I'm pretty much your personal astrologer every month with it. So I suggest you do it, y'all. It's really, really cool. Another thing, I have my Bed and Astrology. I did the first season, so you can listen to it on Spotify, Google Play, iTunes, and a bunch of other podcast platforms. And so check it out. I have an Etsy shop if you're interested in a personal reading. So check that out. The link is in the description box below. And then my Patreon link is in the description box below too, okay? And all the other shit like social media and everything if you're interested in that. But I'm about to do extended reading, y'all. So peace out. Much love. One. Oh, sorry, Ricky. Or Richie, sorry. Yeah, so this is actually a general reading for Capricorns. So if you're interested in a personal reading, hit me up. on Etsy. If you're interested in the Chiron reading, though, go on my Twitter. It's IMMIDDIMMI, and then like my tag name though is Astro. Hit me up there or hit me up on my Instagram. All that is this description box below. And you know, you can, if you're interested in that Chiron reading that I'm asking, like just give a random donation and I'll do that for you. But yeah, that's where you hit me up, okay? All right, y'all. Much love. Peace.